Expound. We're back. Um, so, what to talk about today? Want to harp on just for a few minutes to give y'all something to think about. Uh, mm, mm, all right. Let's talk about the legal kidnap of children in the United States. Most of you probably think I'm talking about actual kidnap of some sort that has been legalized. No, I am talking about the ability for a young woman to take a child that her and the man have to mate together to create, and somehow she has sole ownership of the child. I've never understood that. What a device. What a device. What a device. Um, of all the men that are in jail right now for domestic charges, I would have to antiquate, which to me is to make obsolete in certain cases. But in this case, I would have to antiquate, make obsolete in the sense of what I'm thinking about to these frame of people. Only this section of people are obsoleted into this one group of you guys. I know for a fact are here in jail because of a woman, because of children you have together. Now, are there many different things that go into this situation? I'll give you a couple examples. Um, one of the individuals just becomes not interested in the other one. They want out, you know. Uh, be it it's the man, he puts himself in peril. One moment he puts himself in peril now for the woman to try to decide to not to let him see his children or to have to go through the courts and take legal action so that way he's still in his children's life. Um, let's say it's the woman now, and this goes back to a man being locked up in jail who wants to leave the man. Well, if he actually cares about her or he cares about the sanctity of his family, he might not be willing to let that happen. You see, therefore, violence ensues. This, that, and the other. You have a lot of these young men out here who are just so frustrated and so fed up, and they're like, it's a tragedy that, he killed her or whatever, whatever. I'm like, well, let's look at the entirety of the situation, the entire situation. Um, Number one, our society has been programmed, docilated once again into believing that people can just be with whoever they want. That's not true. That is not true. In any society, we're talking, let's just go back 100 years, people who slept around were looked down upon. It's like the thing to do now. It's awkward. It really is very awkward. And that creates so many different situations that, they didn't see that coming. Nobody could have seen this coming that the sexual proclivity being earned by women, which is, hold on, once again, doing the wrong thing or something that is seen as immoral sexually. Okay? So when they won, there's, yeah, when they won that ability to be able to do what they want, and you can't do nothing about it. Well, you have to think. Just because you're not going to do something about it doesn't mean the next man won't do something about it for the sake of his honor. Okay? Because that's still real. Honor didn't die just because they invented new rules. All right? None of this stuff died. Integrity, dignity, none of it died just because people invented new rules or have rules that they're going to implement that are meant to usurp, once again, usurp, juxtapose, to replace, all right, to take out of their position, to move, all right, so that way you would believe other things. The environment you are in really does matter as who you will be as a person when you grow up. Do you have choices? Yes. Those choices are based upon the options and the circumstances in the environment. You will decide on those choices, so therefore you will pick one of those choices. This is a continuous process so one develops what they call a personality. hmm See how important this is? Your personality changes throughout your life depending on the experiences that you undergo. I read a book called Inside Delta Force, written by Eric Haney, one of the original founders and members of Delta Force. And I remember him saying that, uh, uh, experiences, depending on how extreme it is or how, intense it is, they change you. And the more intense the experience, the more intense the change you undergo. And people can't understand this. No one can understand it, right? They just say, well, you just been through a lot and now you're just different. No, your body has biologically changed itself for that situation. This is why when people have a child at, let's say, 19 or 20, and then 8 or 9 years later they have another child, well, they have 8 or 9 years of experience now that this child didn't have. All right. Let's say that they're still as physically healthy, as mentally healthy, and as spiritually healthy, okay, as they were when they had the first child, if not more. This would make the child coming after, in a sense, better. They have more at their disposal as far as tools that are applicable. Now, let's just go back to legal kidnap real quick. All right. They have messed with the mindsets of these young men for so long, you know, that now you're a simp if you care about wanting to have your family together. That's deep. That's deep, people. Now you're a simp. Hold on, for loving a woman. What? You see what I'm saying? You see where this stuff is going? It's going south and fast. Faster than you think. Another thing on top of this illegal kidnap of children that I have to speak on just real quick. Your body in your lifetime, uh, via puberty, via physical injury, whatever, will change and adapt. Saying all that, you have to adapt and overcome to your situation and your environment. You have to. It's not a choice. It's not a choice. It's something I learned in the Marine Corps. Adapt and overcome. Change literally from the inside and overcome the external issue. Yes. Yes. It's not easy talking about some of this stuff because most of y'all just don't want to hear it and you're not going to listen. But I'm glad to have put it out there for you so that way you cannot say it's not out there for you. Young men, stay calm. Stay very calm. When you see her with another man, laugh about it. Laugh about it. Work hard, work very hard. Every dog has his day. You just have to work for your day, my friend. And you can't piss it off when it comes to you. And all those that sought to juxtapose you and see you suffer, let them see you shine. Let them see you feast. Let them see you overcome. Because they thought that you wouldn't. You do that, and you do that for yourself and your own inner spiritual well-being. You don't do that for anyone else. It's okay. You're going to be all right. You really are. And for my young ladies out there, it would mean so much. It would mean so much to respect yourself. I watch women all the time embarrass their fathers. That's all they're embarrassing is their father and their mother. Less their self and more their parents. And it's heartbreaking. It really is. It almost makes me want to cry when I think about it. You guys just don't get it. They have wrought wicked devices against the poor to destroy you. Wow. And you still want to wallow? You still want to fester. You still want to hang around and all the nonsense. It is a cesspool of madness, and you will be consumed. Do you understand that? If you don't step back and get away. Um, One last thing, on a spiritual level, on a spiritual note and level, um, it would behoove you if you don't wake up every day and pray. You should, and be very thankful that you're here, because it does matter. It does. This is just something to think about. I thought I had one day. This is on the spiritual level once again. If there was no God at all, and all this came out of a big bang, I want you to think about this for one moment. That means that Earth itself has a time where in which it will expire. That's number one. So number two, saying that it would be circumspect or would be wise in thought to do what we call the right thing or the good thing. So that way Earth has a longer course. But you see, we're dealing with people who are stupid. All right. And to them there is no God. And to them it doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter if there is or isn't. Do you understand that? Huh? I know there is. But I'm just telling you, on the thought of real logic, it wouldn't matter if there wasn't a God anyway. Doing the right thing would only make sense. Doing the positive action for a positive reaction would only make sense. It would give us more time on the planet, more time with each other. But that's for a whole nother thought process. Anyway, I'm done expounding. Y'all have a good day.